In this video, we are going to discuss on how to install GNS3 on Windows machines. In my previous video of this GNS3 playlist, I have shown how to install GNS3 in MacBook using Apple Silicon. The Windows machine that I am using, here is the specifications. It's a Dell Inspiron. It has 13th generation CPU and RAM is pretty small. At this point, it's only 8 GB and the disk and BIOS size, and I'm using Windows 11. To install GNS3 VM, we are going to use VMware Workstation Pro. It's free for personal use cases as well, I would say. And the GNS3 that I'm going to use, the version is 2.2.61. For GNS3 VM also, we going to use 2.2.61. For the setup, currently I am trying to use Cisco IOSv, which is the restricted license uses category. And here is a Python and Cloud Desktop version. At first, we need to run some command in terminal with the administrator privilege. Let's open the terminal. I'm trying to open with administrator privilege. As you can see, I'm using PowerShell, which is denoted by PS, and I'm using administrator privilege. Let's try to run to see that do you have administrative privilege or not. So if we run this command, if it is give the true, then it means we have a privilege access. So let's copy this command, go to the terminal and run this command. And you can see it is giving us the output for true. That means we are logged in as administrator, because we need to run few commands with administrator support. At first, the command that we need to run to check the hypervisor status, which is by default, it comes with Windows machines. We need to disable that in order to work with the VMware Workstation Pro, which we are going to install. Otherwise, it will conflict with each other. So we need to disable the default hypervisor version. In order to see the current status, let's copy this and in the terminal. So as I already disabled the hypervisor V, it would show as disabled or false for me. So as you can see, it is showing already false. But if we try from the beginning, it will show as true and the remaining ones will show as a hyphen sign. So in that case, if HyperVisorPresent shows as true, I have mentioned what are the steps that we need to follow. We need to disable some registry. We need to go to the Windows security in the search bar. If you search with device security, so search with Windows security first, go to the Windows security, then after that go to the device security, and then go to the core isolation details, and we need to disable memory integrity to false or off. Once we have done this, if you have pin security enabled, we need to disable that as well. That means when our Windows machine first boot up, if our login criteria is using via pin, in that case we need to disable that pin also, because pin by default work with hypervisor, which is default in Windows, so it will re-enable it once again. So we need to disable the pin related access as well, so that we can log in to the Windows machine using our regular password after booting up. Here I have mentioned the steps which we need to run in the terminal using PowerShell. If there is a pin is enabled, we need to run this registry command again in the terminal, and then from the menu bar we can search for the pin and we can remove the pin settings. Once it's done, to turn off the hypervisor at boot, we can run these two commands. It should return as the operation completed successfully. We need to reboot, but before reboot we might need to see that actually those hypervisor launch type or those options are off or not. So even after reboot, if it doesn't work, because sometimes the internal Windows security guardrail, it might re-enable it again. In that case, after follow step number 2.5, if it doesn't work after reboot, we can download this Device Guard and Credential, which is from Microsoft Download Center. So this is one tool that we can use as well to disable the hypervisor. Run these below commands in the terminal. Once we run all those commands in the terminal, we can go ahead and reboot the machine. And while booting process was going on, it will ask to disable those security guardrails, and we just follow the prompt in the screen so that during the boot up it will disable those options. And then if we need to run the hypervisor once again, the command that I already shown you in the terminal, that it should be look like this. This way we can make sure that default hypervisor is disabled. Once it is done, then our Windows machine is ready to install VMware Workstation Pro. At this moment, you can create your own account in support.broadcom.com. From there, here, for the Windows version, we can download the Workstation Pro. As you can see from here, if you search with VMware Workstation Pro, we can download 26H1, which is like first half of this year. I have downloaded this one, Workstation Pro 26H1 for Windows. I think you can search it here to come to this page. Just search in VMware and then search with Workstation, show results, and it will show you VMware Workstation Pro. And once you click inside, you can download the version you are looking for. I have already downloaded and installed VMware Workstation Pro 26H1 for Windows. At this moment, for free version, you don't need to download any key as far as I remember. After that, we can go to the GNS3 website, which I have shown in my another tab. From there, you can download two things. One is for GNS3 client and another is GNS3 Linux Server VM. Once these two are downloaded, for this lab, I am going to use 2.2.61 and both client and server version needs to be matched. And after that, we can run these commands in the terminal to get it installed for the GNS3 client. And once we unzip GNS3 VMware Workstation.2.2.61.zip file, it will give us a .ova version, which I have mentioned here. That GNS3 VM.ova version, once the VMware Workstation Pro has been installed, we just need to follow these steps to install the .ova. Once it is done successfully, you can see that GNS3 VM is up and running. And for this VM, I am going to use port number 80. I think default is 3080. All the details tab I have mentioned in this document. I am going to attach this Google Doc in the YouTube video descriptions. Once you install your GNS3 VM client, you can follow these steps to enable the connectivity between GNS3 client and GNS3 server.